Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Well, we are going to be starting this 12 golden ladies that I got this morning from NewCraftDay, and this is part 2 of my review. And we are going to be starting right over here in this greenish colored plant, if you will. I don't know. I don't think it's a tree. But yeah. And the color is $8.90. It's kind of a forest green. So yeah. And let me pull you in so we can see what we're stitching on. I'm going to try to move this. I've got this thing all folded up. And I do have my, I don't call it needle minder. It's like the corner of one of those Chinese buildings. Chinese, Japanese, I'm not sure. Hang on, now I've lost my... Oh, nope, found it again. Okay. Yeah, so I thought that might be what one of these buildings looked like that this scene is depicted in. So, yeah, I don't use it all that often. But, yeah, why not? So, yeah, I'm just really anxious to start stitching on this and to see how everything goes together. I'm not real happy that the DMC numbers are not in order, but it happens sometimes. I haven't had it happen from a spring kit in a long time. Maybe that's the way they're doing that now. I have no idea. But it's a little weird. Just a little weird. Oh my goodness. Yesterday about did me in. It was a little busy when I got there, but that kind of got over with. And we had to wait, oh, maybe an hour or so for, after I got there, that is, for them to show up with the order. And it wasn't too big, so that only took about, oh, maybe an hour and a half to put away. So, yay! Got that all done. My goodness gracious. I should have crunched this a bit more, but I'm trying to figure out how to hang onto it. But I decided to start on, oops, on this side. It looked like the lesser of two, so this looked close enough. The rest of it all seems like there's a big wide huge margin there, you know, of material. So I thought this might be easier to stitch on. And we missed one already. Now, I have seen someone else working on this. And if I can remember whose site that was, I will put their name down below and do a shout out. So check them out. And you can see the progress that they've made on this. But yeah, I think this is going to be just absolutely beautiful. I don't know how I'm going to tackle this over there on the couch. I may like put a clamp on it to hold it while I'm working on it. I did get it its own bags. I had to have a separate bag for the for all the thread, because that was a bit much. Didn't know where to really start this. And it does have a little symbol number right there, so I figured this was an easy start place. You know? I don't know what happens down this way, so we'll just play it by ear and stitch until we get tired of stitching plants and go from there. I didn't really look it over really well. As you can see, my couch is about 7 feet long. So this thing is pretty close, if not a little bit over 8 feet. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. Guess I just don't think about those kind of things when I go looking. So yeah, it's a bit big. Sometimes I wish that I had something to put these wide, tall ones in and just roll them up. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm such a kind of a klutz. So I like to keep things nailed down into those plastic bags. It's safer for themselves. Because it's been a month or so, I went over here to, where my rocking chair is. And I, of course, had like a partial, there was probably that much tea in the cup. Yeah, I went to go look out the, move the drape and look out the window. Yeah, of course, I spilled it on the chair, a little bit on a couple of those plastic bags. Oh, yeah, it was an awesome time. So, yeah, we try not to leave things out because, yeah, Lora is not real observant sometimes. Or aware, I guess, of my surroundings. I just go do what I'm gonna do, Yeah. That's what happens when you get old. So we try to avoid those things like the plague. Well, that's turning out kind of dark. Darker than I thought it would. Pretty green, though. It almost looks like a green-black once you get it there. I don't know if the tan of the canvas makes it look darker or just what. I don't know that there's going to be a way to go up and back down on this. Oh gosh. Yeah, that was... Okay, let's see if we can get it there and nailed. Hold, please. Yeah, I definitely should have crunched this a little bit more. Patience, but nope. I wanted to stitch. Okay, put the needle away before you stab yourself. It will crunch down, once it gets there. Once you've worked with it for a hot moment. That always seems to happen, but you can see where I kind of bent the fabric. Just not a whole bunch. Oh yeah, it'll be soft. And it's not real thick. So I definitely like that part. Some of these canvas, I think the bigger the canvas is, the less thick it is. I don't know if that's by plan or design or what, but I've had small ones be totally thick. Okay, let's see if we can get this here. I guess we'll... Yes, see what I mean? I might have to find one of my clips for holding this rolled up. Of course, 90% of the time I don't work with one of these. When I'm sitting on the couch, there's just no need. I never have more than one needle threaded at a time. Because, for me that's like recipe for disaster. Yep, that's just what happens. In fact, I can walk from this desk to over there and still lose a needle. Then I have to go and looking with a flashlight. So, yeah, we try to avoid some situations. Oh, yesterday was just, ugh. And it was windy all day. Didn't rain. Said it was going to, but it didn't rain. So that's a good thing. Oh, goodness. I did work yesterday a little bit on Watertown Memory. When I opened up the canvas, there was threads already there, so I just put them in. I never seem to leave any, so that the next time I pick it up, there'll be threads to start with. So that doesn't happen. It just happens that I'm working with that color and I don't need the full 6 strands, so instead of putting it away, I just take the needle and I put the thread underneath the needle, and then I just kind of weave the needle into the canvas, and it holds the thread in place. And I always start like one stitch or so that I know, oh, that thread goes with that symbol or whatever it is. And it works out, especially on the big ones. Because if I feel like stitching, I don't want to have to go looking for the thread number and the symbol and all that. And I can just start it. So, I don't know, I just kind of started doing that, especially with the big ones. It doesn't happen so much with the little ones, because I'm only usually getting like one single strand out at a time to stitch. So, yeah. So what is everybody else working on? I hope it's a fun project. Whether it be cross stitch or whatever craft you're working on. Sometimes, the year I knit or I like to crochet, especially in the winter, because heaven knows in the summer it's just way too hot in here for knitting and, something big. Trying to see. I'm going to leave that for a minute. Not sure if there's supposed to be one there. I missed a whole row. What can I say? But I'll look it up. It'll be fine. Should be very easy to find since this is the top. I had to go looking to see what a symbol was on that big one yesterday. But thank goodness it was right by where the grid, and it was numbered. So that was very easy. Yeah, I'm beginning to think that was supposed to be stitched. Oh well. We'll get it here in a minute. So if anybody has any projects you'd like to share with everybody, just send me a picture and I will get it in a Stitch With Me as soon as I possibly can. Because I like to share with everybody. And everybody deserves the chance to be showcased. So, no matter what the craft is. So if you're into knitting or crocheting, I'd like to see that too. So, not just cross stitch. Hopefully this will be an easy stitch. I didn't look for, what do you call it, confetti or anything like that. And I don't know how much has to be backstitched. Didn't really touch on that. I think this is just straight cross stitch. You might have. Yeah, there's some back stitching here. Oh yeah, here we go. So it is listed there. I don't know that it is or isn't on this canvas. I don't know how much of the lady's hair or things. You can put as much, whoops, there's a face. As much back stitching. There's some around her collar there. So I guess it's just kind of sprinkled here, there, and everywhere. So yeah. Something to look forward to, right? Just let me get through this stitching, please. I almost stitched over that line. Did you see that? Holy cow. We don't need that, right? It had the same kind of a thing on the ladies with the beads. Like, you know, it'd have like the symbol or the thread color like right here, and then a line down to a symbol all over the place on that, the one with the beads. So I never noticed that in any other canvases. Maybe because they're just few and far between. I got nothing. But I haven't noticed that from the spring company since I've started doing some spring kits. But I guess you wouldn't want to have to look it up in the book every 2 minutes or something. And that way you know. Usually, boy, I'm just not making a lot of sense today. If I see that, I know I stitched over it. If I see that kind of a symbol and, you know, the line down to it, I will, like, not avoid it, but stitch around it. And that way, you know, later on I come back, well, what number was that, you know? So, I usually leave it and leave that area and stitch all the way around it until I get done, you know, with that certain symbol. But what are we doing here? I love it when the symbol goes in the opposite direction that I put my first stitch. Boy, that can mess you up. Big time. I had that on that snake, for instance. It had a slash line going towards the right, and I start going towards the left first. It was like, am I right side up or upside down? Or yeah, I did that 2 or 3 times. Yeah, it's special. Wish they'd just leave slash marks out of their symbol. Between that and the squares where the, like this one, it's dark on the bottom right, and then there's one black, but it's dark in the top left. Yeah, I have issues with those too. It's fun. But I do like it. No, I don't like it. I love it. I love cross stitch. It's just so easy and so relaxing. Trying to get out here so I can get back to the center again. Do y'all have problems with symbols? If so, answer in the comment section below. One. It's looking really good on that tan fabric. And if you answer, tell me which symbols you don't care for. Or which one gives y'all the most issues? I'm going to have to go up and down because my wrist doesn't do that. Come on. And I'm so happy that this is an 11 count. You have no idea. Love it. Let's go that way. I don't know what the weather's going to be like today, but I mean, it's been in the 40s and 50s, so I can't complain at all for February. We'll just kind of go with it and see what happens. I guess it's supposed to get cooler this weekend, but who knows? You know, by the time we get there, the Colorado weather changes its mind about 15 times before we ever get that far. So, we will see. Anybody going anywhere exciting this weekend? Got any fun plans? I have no idea if I'm going to be watching the Super Bowl or not. Not a clue. All right. Just put that underneath. I'm just going to anchor it right there so it doesn't escape. All right. So I don't know what that red color is. There's that, and then we got circles over here. Looks like some X's. Oh, no, maybe they're X's. I'm sorry. It was the way I was looking. It looked like circles. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me, and thank you again, NewCraftDay, for this gorgeous, gorgeous kit. I just absolutely love it. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and please help hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.